This is a Kurapika X listener fanfiction written by me, Gingerly. It is titled My Imperfect Princess. Chapter 6. Killawah's POV. We walked to the common room in silence, as the only thing on my mind was how pissed I am when Killawah, sit, Kurapika ordered as I looked to see we were already in the common room. I sat when a woman with pink hair approached me. She leaned in to kiss me, I assume. I dodged, kicking her knees and holding my reformed hand to her neck. If you have anything to ask, then ask. I already know about Nen, and she was about to use hers on me, I said, reverting my hand back and slipping back into my seat, taking out some chocolate robots from my pocket before munching on it. Kurapika looked at me and asked, "What are your relations with Lady YN?" I looked at him dead in the eyes and saw the jealousy in them before replying, "We're friends." But the old man butted in. "You were sent to kill Neon 4 years ago, so why didn't you?" I looked at him coldly before looking at the ceiling. "No, I was sent to kidnap and kill. But there were too many guards, so I hid in this supposed to be, from my information, empty room. But then I saw Enen walk in. Her heartbeat sounded so weak. As I approached her, she collapsed into my arms. And if you've carried her, you'd know for a fact that she is too light for someone her age. That night I helped her. I didn't know why, but there was something around her that made me calm and nothing could hurt me. When she woke up, I hid, but surprisingly, even with all my training, she could find me within seconds and offered me to come in for a cup of tea with her. Before she asked me why I was there, that baka, she knew that I was there to kill her sister. She talked to me for a minute, telling me that I shouldn't kill her sister, and talked to me out of it and brought me to somehow assassination altogether. She was my first friend, but she likes to call me her little brother, so I call her my sister from time to time, I guess. So I guess we aren't friends, I said, as everyone looked at a short woman, causing her to nod. If normally I'd ask why she nodded, but I was still really worried about Enen's health to care. "Okay then, Killua. Tell us Kurapika said before I interrupted him. "No, it's my turn. Why did none of you morons guard her that night? Or when she was studying in York New City? And even when she was sick?" I said, turning into a yell as a tear dropped down my face. I stood up to look at all of them. "We were told not to by the boss," the old man said as I looked over at him, my teeth gritted, turning and walking slightly to him while saying through gritted teeth, "Because your boss says so? Your boss must be a jerk to treat my sister like that." I used my hand to pull him up by the collar and yell into his face, "So, if your boss calls you to jump off a building, you do it? Your boss told you to go die, you'll do it? Huh?" I stopped for a minute before letting out a tisk. Letting him go, I walked out to the hallway of the hotel, not stopping even when I felt a presence. I sat back against a wall, looking down at the floor as tears dripped down my face. As I remembered how kind Enen is and was to me, how she'd listen to me and comfort me as the words If they don't care about you for you, then I will. And I promise not to fail. Ringing in my head when a pair of familiar shoes appeared in front of me. Before I felt someone sat next to me. Killua, they mean a lot to you, don't they? I heard Kurapika ask before saying back, yeah, she's the only family I have left. But I think you know how I feel, or even more. No one cares about her. They just care about that brat. I hissed out the last part as tears streamed down my face even worse. After I cried it out, I went back in, walking straight to Wyan's room, not paying any mind to the people around me. I walked in to see Anand still asleep. When my phone rang, I checked to see Gon's name across the screen, picking it up. Kill, when are you coming back? He said. Gon, I'm gonna be staying with my sister for a few days. She's not feeling really good. Gon only hummed knowingly before asking to meet her someday. I agreed as I soon hung up to go to sleep. I sat on the sofa before I heard, Kill, if you want, you can sleep with me in the bed. I don't think the sofa would be that comfy. And I think you need a little bit comforting. You don't seem so happy. I looked to see Anand sitting up with a glass of water in hand before I nodded, walking over, lying next to her as she pulled me in to a warm embrace before covering us with the covers, patting the back of my head as she hummed a song, making me slowly fall asleep, a long and deep slumber, but not before mumbling, I love you, sis. She only giggled a little and replied, I love you too, little brother. Okay, this is a bonus part, because this chapter I think deserves it. Kurapika's POV. I can't believe that Lady Wyan is so kind-hearted, I heard Basho said, as the two girls agreed. I walked out of the room towards Wyan's when I stopped at her door, hearing a lovely humming as I stood there, unable to move. I could see memories flashing before my eyes as I saw the time me and Pyro would play in the fields, flashing, and the times where I spent with my family, the Kurta clan. My mind was filled with memories, and before I noticed, hey, are you okay? I heard as a hand held my shoulder. I looked to see Melody. You've been standing there for half an hour by now. Yeah, I'm fine, I said, walking to my post at Neon's room. The melody Lady Wyan hummed still fresh in my mind as I hummed along to it, my mind still wandering every note that I hummed, my mind continuously replaying the memories when I remembered the conversation I had with Killua earlier. She's the whole reason I took the exam in the first place, actually. I looked at him. How? He laughed at me and said, she's one of the highest ranking hunters, if you didn't know. She and Netero are good friends. He also cares a lot about her, but hasn't seen her in a long time. He said, I watched as he got up and walked back in as I stayed there stunned for a while before following suit. Hey guys, I hope you liked that video. Sorry about the weird kicks. I kinda woke up from a nap before I recorded this, and my family kept on calling me to do some chores. So I also wanted to thank all of you for subscribing. We're already at 40. And I was thinking of starting a Discord if we hit 50, if possible. I'm not a fan of Discord, but I can get used to it. Besides that, I also wanted to say I have to go get my second dose of vaccine this week, so I might not post next Monday if I feel sick or anything. So if I feel better, then I will continue to post on Monday, but if it is impossible, I would not push myself. Unless you guys really want the video, then that would be a whole nother topic. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope you all enjoyed.